Hello everyone. The title of this video is going to be "The Satanic Government Will Be Destroyed and Saints shall have the Kingdom." The Satanic Government will be destroyed and Saints shall have the Kingdom. Now today I'm going to show all the links in the description box below in the article. And the first article is, or the first link, is talking about a satanic senate, a satanic senate, a senator, okay, wants to run for office in California. You know, in California, you have all these politicians over there that's working in Bohemian Grove, and they all get in these politics and want to run things. These are Satanists, okay, and they want to take over everything around here to enforce their God. Okay, they claim they don't believe in that God, but they do, right? So, I'm going to read what he says, and then I'm going to get into the scriptures, okay? He's an atheist, a Satanist, and he wants your vote. Okay, that's the first article here. Steve Hill, that's his name, in many ways is a typical candidate running for elected office in California. He's a former Marine looking to the state's mass incarceration rates and create jobs. He's an avoid atheist and a satanic temple organizer. Hill is a Democrat. Okay, now notice how a lot of people claim Democrats for the people. Let me give y'all hip to something, everybody. Listen well. All the satanic government, the whole government is satanic. Okay, until we have the saints to take over the land, to possess it, you have Satanists in the government, okay? So, listen well. Democrats or Republican are both satanic, okay? Hill's a Democrat running for the state senate in California's 21st district and probably the only candidate in the country who embraces both atheism and the tenets of modern-day Satanism. But Hill, who ran unsuccessfully, has a write-in candidate last year during a special election, said this year he's getting shunned by the Democratic establishment, largely because of views the party believes are too extreme. Okay. All right. Let's see. He's a Satanist as far as trying to get people to understand that he don't believe in God. He said in an interview, all of it's stupid, but if he had to tell people he's the devil to get them to listen to him, okay, he's the devil. Devil admitting he's a devil, huh? Okay. Now, let me tell you about these atheist people. They all want to say they don't believe in God while believing in Satan. Delusional much, okay? We got these satanic devils, even the one in my comment on my video saying he don't believe in no God, yet he worshiping hell Satan. They that delusional, okay? It says he's a stand-up comedian in Los Angeles, and he helps organize, I think it says lot or something right there. Okay, he helped organize the chapter for the Satanic Temple, a nationwide satanic activist organization. He identifies with the temple's mission, which he described as a humanist approach that raises levels of consciousness. He don't go worship Satan and pour milk on him, but Satanism would influence him greatly because he could deal from a different perspective as a regular human being. In the last few years, the Satanic Temple has tried to push Satanism away from its perception of devil worship and into politics. The reason why they're trying to act like they don't worship the devil so they can get y'all in there to worship the devil. Okay? That's all a big time mind game they trying to pull here. Let's continue. The group says his mission is to encourage benevolence and empathy in society while using satanic imagery. See? Why you got to use satanic imagery? Because you worship the devil. To further its goals, see? Hill says he reconciles his atheism with Satanism by not believing in any sort of deity, but yet you worship in his image. Let's continue. on other worldly presence and instead adheres to the Satanic Temple's goals like keeping church and state separate. The group has often challenged organizations like the Westboro Baptist Church, which regularly holds anti-gay protests and military funerals, and has been classified as a hate group by the Southern Poverty Law Center. The Satanic Temple also pledged to erect a Satanic monument on the grounds of the Oklahoma State Capitol, alongside one displaying the Ten Commandments, in which has since been removed. Okay, so they are trying to still worship their God, even though they want to claim they don't. Okay, using satanic imagery, using satanic monuments to worship their God, Satan, while taking down the Ten Commandments, while don't want to hear the word of the Lord Jesus Christ. Okay, look who they are against here. Okay, even though they want to claim they don't believe in no God, when they are satanically believing in an image of a satanic God. Now, how delusional much is that? Okay, now the next link shows they satanic contact and membership and chapters. Okay, that's what the next link shows. Which, as you can see, this is what is in the office. This is why y'all trying to claim why the government is not helping me and all this. Because you have Satanists in the government. These are Satanists. These are Freemason Satanists. These people are satanic, even though they claim they don't want to be. They are, okay? These people are very satanic. They are worshiping Satan and Lucifer, okay? Don't believe them when they say they don't believe in no God, because they are believing in some God, which is Satan. They're going to hail to Satan and then say they don't believe in him. Just like one fool on my comments. He's hailing to Satan and then say, I don't believe in Satan. You just hail to it, man. You just hail to it. Okay? So, let's go ahead to Daniel, which I'm already on, Daniel 7. And I'm going to read the chapter, okay? In the first year of Belshazzar, king of Babylon, Daniel had a dream and visions of his head up on his bed. Then he wrote the dream and told the sum of the matters. Daniel spake and said, I saw in my vision by night, behold, the four winds of the heaven strove upon the great sea, and four great beasts came up from the sea, diverse from another. The first was like a lion and had eagle wings. I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked, and it was lifted up from the earth and made stand upon the feet as a man, and a man's heart was given to it. And behold, another beast, a second like to a bear, it raised up itself on one side. Now I seen this bear, okay? Seen the same bear in my vision. He had 3 ribs in the mouth, it be between the teeth of it, and they said thus into arise, devour much flesh. After this I beheld, and lo, another, like a leopard, which had upon the back of his 4 wings of a fowl. The beast had also 4 heads, and dominion was given to it. Okay? Dominion was given to it. You see that? After this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a 4th beast, dreadful and terrible, strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and had 10 horns. I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn before whom they were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. And behold, in the horn were eyes like the eyes of a man, and mouth speaking great things. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. A fiery stream issued and came forth from before him. Thousands and thousands ministered unto him, and 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. The judgment was set, and the books were open. And I beheld then, because of the voice of the great words which the horn spake, I beheld even till the beast was slain, and his body destroyed and given to the burning flame. As concerned the rest of the beasts, they had their dominion taken away. Okay? Yet their lives were prolonged for a season and time. I saw in the night visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven, and came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him. And there was given him dominion and glory, and a kingdom, that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion, which shall not pass away, his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. I, Daniel, was grieved in my spirit in the midst of my body, and the visions of my heart head troubled me. I came near unto one of them that stood by and asked him the truth of all this. So he told me and made me know the interpretation of the things. Now I told you, when you have visions, it's going to be the Lord Spirit that's going to probably have somebody else to interpret, okay? Or it could be an angel to reveal it to you to interpret, okay? So he says, so he told me and made me know the interpretation of the things. These great beasts, which are four kings, which shall arise out of the earth. Okay. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever and ever and never. You see that? Okay. Take back this kingdom here. Because, see, the Satanists are trying to establish their Satanism. They want people to worship their god Satan, and they're trying to possess it across the land. Us saints, we will be able to take this over. Okay? We shall take this kingdom and possess the kingdom forever and ever and ever. Okay? The satanic government will be destroyed. Then I will know the truth of the fourth beast. Okay? Which was diverse from all the others, exceeding dreadful, whose teeth were of the iron and his nails of brass, which devoured breaking pieces and stamped the residue with his feet. And of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the others which came up and before whom 3 fell, even of that horn that had eyes, and a mouth that had spake very great things, whose look was more stout than his fellows. I beheld, and the same horn made war with the saints, and prevailed against them, until the Ancient of Days came, and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High, and the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom. You see that? So, in other words, Satanists are running amok out here. They want the kingdom. They want to possess the kingdom. But evidently, that's not going to happen. Us saints are going to end up taking over the kingdom. Okay? These monuments need to be burned down. These monuments, these satanic images need to be taken down. Okay? Let's continue. Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall be devoured the whole earth, and shall tread it down and break it in pieces. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall arise after them. And he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws. You see that? Okay, this is what they're doing. They're trying to change the laws in the land. They're trying to take over the idea of not heeding to the 10 commandments or heeding to God's law, period. Okay? But us saints, we shall judge righteously throughout this land and shall tell these Satanists this is not correct. For only the righteousness shall prevail against thee. Okay? And they shall be given into his hand until the time and times and dividing of time. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion to consume and to destroy it until the end. See that? And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom of the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom. And all dominion shall serve and obey him. Here too is the end of the matter. As for me, Daniel, my cogitations much trouble me, and my continuance changing me, but I kept the matter in my heart. This is the way of the Lord. The satanic government will be destroyed. Hear this well, Satanists. Your government, will be consumed in the lake of fire. Because y'all have been going against God's word to heed to your God, Lucifer. How abominable is that? How abominable. How are y'all willing to disown the law that is written by your Creator? the Satanic government will fall. Okay? Let's go to, let me see, that Acts 24:29. Let me see, let me go there. And I might go to Deuteronomy. But this is what they want to do. They want to change the laws throughout the land to heed to Lucifer. God is going to destroy that. Okay? The Acts 25:24. Okay. Let's see. Acts 5. Okay, I'm going to read from 25 here. No, 24, then I'm going to read from 29. Now when the high priest and the captain of the temple and the chief priests heard these things, they doubted of them whereto this would grow. Then came one and told them, saying, Behold, the men whom ye put in prison are standing in the temple and teaching the people. Then went the captain with the officers and brought them without violence. For they feared the people, lest they should have been stoned. And when they had brought them, they set them before the council, and the high priest asked them, saying, Did not we straitly command you that ye should not teach in this name? And behold, ye have Jerusalem with your doctrine, and intend to bring this man's blood upon us. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, We are to obey God rather than men. Okay? We are to obey God rather than men. This is the way of the Lord. Satanists, you want to establish the law to have people to heed to Lucifer and obey these men that are demonic. God said we should not give in to these idolatry and these imagery of idol gods. Okay? We should only obey God's living word and his law only. You understand this, folks? Satan's kingdom will be destroyed. See, Deuteronomy. But yeah, they want to possess the laws throughout this land. They want to put these laws throughout the land to have people to worship their Baal, the god, Beelzebub, god of Ekron, huh? Let's see, it's a 7. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to read from here. When the Lord thy God shall bring thee into the land whether thou goest to possess it. Hold on. And have cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites, and the Girgashites, and the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou. And when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them, and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor shew mercy unto them. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you, and destroy thee suddenly. You hear that? But thus shall ye deal with them. Ye shall destroy their altars, and break down their images, and cut down their groves, and burn their graven images with fire. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God had chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people. The fewest. This is us chosen. That's how many of us. Okay? But because the Lord loved you, because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers, hath the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand, and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen, from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. Okay? Know therefore the Lord thy God, he is God, the faithful God, which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love him, and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations. Okay? and repayeth them that hate him to their face to destroy them. He will not be slack to him that hated him. He will repay him to his face. Thou shalt therefore keep the commandments and the statutes and the judgments which I command thee this day to do them. Okay? Now, say, wherefore it shall come to pass, if ye hearken to these judgments, and do them, that the Lord thy God shall keep unto the covenant and thy mercy, which he sware unto thy father. And he will love thee, and be blessed thee, and multiply thee. He will also bless the fruit of thy womb, and the fruit of thy land, thy corn, thy wine, and thy oil, the increase of thy kin, and the flocks of the sheep in the land, which he sware unto thy fathers to give thee. Okay. And the Lord would say, thou shalt bless above all people. There shall not be male or female barren among you, or among your cattle. The Lord will take away from all the sickness, and will put none of the evil diseases of Egypt, which thou knowest, upon thee, but will lay them upon all them that hate thee. And thou shalt consume all the people which the Lord thy God shall deliver thee. Thine eyes shall have no pity upon them, neither shall thou serve their gods, for that will be a snare unto thee. Okay. This is what's going to happen. God is going to end up destroying all the satanic kingdom. The whole satanic kingdom is going to be destroyed. Your idol gods will be destroyed. Everything is going to be consumed in the lake of fire. Only the saints will be able to possess and inherit this land. You Satanists, will end up being destroyed. This is the way of the law. You taking down the commandments, or trying to not heed to the commandments. God is a spirit and the king. He will utterly destroy the wicked. Okay? This is the way of the Lord, people. Only the saints shall inherit the kingdom, and the Satanists will fall. Heed to this law here, people, and obey him. Jesus Christ is God.